In the heart of Delhi International Airport, the bustling terminal echoed with the excitement of travelers from across the world. John stood near the departure gate, the anticipation of a new adventure coursing through his veins. He couldn't help but feel a mixture of excitement and curiosity about the vast and diverse country that was India. Meanwhile, Swathi, who had spent years in the United States pursuing her studies, had a sense of coming full circle as she returned to her homeland. It was at the information desk that their destinies intertwined. Both John and Swathi reached for a travel pamphlet about India simultaneously, their hands touching as they grasped the same piece of paper. Their eyes met in a moment of surprise, followed by smiles that indicated their mutual acknowledgement of this serendipitous encounter. Little did they know that this simple act of reaching for a pamphlet would set the stage for a love story that would span continents, cultures, and time. As they continued their conversation, they navigated the challenges of communicating in two languages. Swathi's laughter was infectious, and John couldn't help but join in, even when he muddled his Hindi pronunciation. Their easygoing banter and shared laughter created a bond that transcended the initial awkwardness of their meeting. Despite the linguistic hurdles, their connection was palpable, and they felt an undeniable attraction to one another. Swathi, with her warm and welcoming demeanor, helped John feel at ease in this new and unfamiliar land, and he, in turn, made her feel special with his genuine interest in her culture and his willingness to learn and adapt. Their explorations led them through the bustling streets of Delhi, where the aroma of street food and the vibrant colors of the marketplaces were a sensory overload. John marveled at the intricate architecture of Humayun's tomb and was fascinated by the history behind it, while Swathi took pride in showing her American companion the treasures of her homeland. The sweltering heat of the Indian summer couldn't deter them. They roamed the narrow alleys of Chandni Chowk, tasting mouth-watering street food, bargaining with street vendors, and experiencing the kaleidoscope of life in this bustling market. John's eyes lit up with childlike wonder as he immersed himself in the rich tapestry of India's past and present. Swathi, on the other hand, felt a renewed sense of pride and appreciation for her own culture as she watched John's genuine fascination with her country. Their days were filled with adventure, discovery, and a growing affection for each other, and with every step they took, their connection deepened. One evening, as the sun began to set and the streets came alive with the aroma of spices, they found themselves at a local street food vendor's stall. Swathi encouraged John to try different dishes, each one spicier and more flavorful than the last. John, though initially cautious, embraced the culinary challenge with gusto. Their taste buds danced with delight as they savored dishes. The experience of savoring Indian street food was a revelation for John, and he couldn't help but express his admiration for the diverse and delectable cuisine. Swathi was thrilled to see John embrace her culture, not just with words, but through the shared experience of food. With each bite, they discovered new dimensions of their connection, and their bond deepened over shared meals, laughter, and the joy of culinary exploration. One day, John accompanied Swathi to a local temple. The temple was a serene oasis amidst the bustling city, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of incense. As they entered the temple, John followed Swathi's lead, respectfully removing his shoes and bowing his head in front of the deity. Swathi explained the significance of the rituals and ceremonies, and John listened with genuine interest. As they stood together in the temple, surrounded by the gentle hum of prayers and the soft glow of oil lamps, a sense of peace and unity washed over them. They realized that their spirituality transcended religious labels. It was a shared belief in the interconnectedness of all living beings and a reverence for the mysteries of existence. Swathi's eyes met John's, and in that moment they knew that their connection ran deep, far beyond the surface of cultural differences. Their hearts beat in harmony, and the temple became a sacred space where their souls met in a profound and spiritual connection. The day of John's departure arrived all too soon, and the airport became the setting for a tearful farewell. As John prepared to leave, he and Swathi exchanged heartfelt promises to stay in touch, clinging to the hope of reuniting soon. The airport was a place of bittersweet emotions. John's flight was announced, and the moment they had both been dreading was upon them. Swathi's eyes glistened with unshed tears, and John held her close, reluctant to let go. They exchanged heartfelt promises, vowing to maintain their connection across the miles that would soon separate them. As John boarded the plane, he looked back one last time to see Swathi standing at the gate, waving with a smile that masked the sadness in her eyes. Their connection had been forged in the heart of India, but it was a love that knew no borders, and they were determined to keep it alive. They shared dreams, aspirations, and the growing affection between them. The miles that separated them seemed to fade in the warmth of their screens. Time zone difference made their conversations challenging, but it also added a sense of longing to their daily routines. John and Swathi were dedicated to making their relationship work, despite the geographical distance. They spoke of their day-to-day lives, their dreams and ambitions, and the memories of their time together in India. Technology became their bridge, allowing them to see each other's faces, hear each other's voices, and share the minutiae of their lives. Their connection deepened with each call, and the miles that separated them seemed to fade as their love grew stronger. As the seasons changed and the days turned into weeks, John and Swathi's bond remained unbreakable. They knew that love knows no borders, and that their love story was a testament to the enduring power of affection and commitment. The day of John's return to India was a moment they had both been eagerly awaiting. Swathi stood at the airport gate, her heart racing as she saw John's familiar face among the arriving passengers. She couldn't contain her excitement and rushed into his arms as soon as they locked eyes. Their embrace was filled with the warmth of longing and the joy of reuniting. They shared stories of their time apart, the challenges they had faced, and the unshakable bond that had grown stronger with time. John was amazed by how Swathi had continued to blossom, and Swathi was captivated by the changes in John, both of them having grown individually, yet remaining
John's
deeply
return to
connected.
India
was not just a visit. It was a testament to the love they had built across continents and the commitment to being together. Their reunion marked a new chapter in their love story, one that held the promise of a future together. Kerala's backwaters provided a picturesque setting for the next milestone in their journey. John had planned a surprise trip to this tranquil paradise, knowing it was the perfect place to take their relationship to the next level. As they glided through the serene waters on a houseboat, surrounded by lush greenery and the soothing sounds of nature, John decided it was time to make his intentions clear. With a heart full of love and a diamond ring in his hand, he went down on one knee and looked deeply into Swathi's eyes. He spoke of the love they had built, the memories they had created, and the dreams they shared. And then he asked the most important question of his life. Swathi's eyes filled with tears of joy as she accepted his proposal, and their love story continued in the most beautiful of settings. The backwaters of Kerala became a symbol of the serene and enduring love that they had found in each other. John and Swathi's love journey had come full circle as they held their newborn child in their arms. Their story was a testament to the power of love, transcending borders, cultures, and time. As they looked at their child, they knew that their love story was far from over. It was a story that would continue to evolve, with new chapters waiting to be written, and they were excited to embark on this next phase of their journey together as a family. And so, their love story, which had begun with a chance encounter in an airport terminal, had blossomed into a love that knew no boundaries, a love that would endure for a lifetime and beyond.